Good morning, everyone. My name is Zia, and I make videos about full-time van life. That's a little bit of a post call. Napkin fell out of the overhead cupboard where I keep my tea and coffee. And luckily, I have a fire blanket right there, but I didn't have to use it. Be careful, people. Getting Luna repaired out in the desert, hopefully.
Figures. Let's see if I can get to it from the other side.
Gorgeous, gorgeous sunset tonight. Luna is back in one piece after an amazing mechanic worked on her today. But look at this. I want to show you this. How amazing is that sky? So this morning I'm up early. I had to drive back towards into California, to Blythe, California, to get a new radiator for Luna. Yes, another big expense. So I had to come here to pick it up this morning, and I'm going to take it back. I'm at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Going to take it back to Ram, the mechanic who was working on her in the desert yesterday. We thought we had everything fixed and then realized that the radiator was completely corroded. So let's go pick up the radiator and head back. Lost track of the days. Things are not good here out in the desert. Yesterday, I had a mechanic come out to me at one of the long-term visitor areas and work on the van. And by the time he was finished, I was able to start her, go somewhere, turn it off, like to get groceries finally. She started up again 3 times yesterday. I did that. And then this morning, I had to drive 30 minutes back into California to Blythe to pick up a new radiator, because as we were finishing up, he realized that my radiator was completely corroded. So yesterday afternoon, he had phoned into the auto supply place in Blythe and gave them all the dimensions and the numbers that were needed, the make, the model. I went this morning, picked up the radiator, brought it back, and when we opened the box, it is nothing like the one in my van. It looks like some sort of custom-made aluminum, maybe for a, I don't know, some sort of I don't know what it was made for, but it certainly wasn't made for Luna, for this van. So the mechanic went on his way. I got in Luna to start her up to head back to Blythe to take this one back and to get the correct one, which they are now ordering. And she won't start. She won't start. And I still haven't been able to upload the video I've been trying to upload since January 13th. So I'm not having a good day today. The only good thing that happened today was when I went into Blythe, I got there early and I stopped in McDonald's to get a coffee and try and use their Wi-Fi to upload my video. Sorry, there's a motorbike in the background. And a lady walked across in front of my van and kind of looked at me and signaled to me, so I rolled my window down and she said, "Are you from Canada and do you have a YouTube channel?" And it was another one of my subscribers. I have met 4 lovely women while I've been down here who are all subscribers of my channel. She had flown in from Chicago and was looking for the Schoolypalooza, which I was planning on going to with my friends. So I don't know. I'm sitting here. I've got to take this radiator back. Called the mechanic. He was gassing up somewhere. He's going to head back here shortly, and he's very, very puzzled by what's going on. So stay tuned. Where's Charlie? There he is. Hi, Charlie. Needless to say, Charlie's a little bit confused too. So I'm missing out. I'm missing out on the last few days of the RTR. I may be missing out on Schoolypalooza, although I think it's on for a while. If I get a chance to go there, I will, and hopefully film some of the schoolies for you. I'll let you know how the day pans out. Welcome to California. We're headed back to Blythe, and going into Arizona, there was no border crossing between states, but coming back to California, there is. So every vehicle must stop here. Coming from Quartzsite, just heading into Blythe.
From all around you guys?
Just came down from British Columbia to go to the WRTR that was in Quartzsite. Yeah, to meet some other women. So, yeah. Thanks. Thank you. Well, I am finally free again after 3 days of mechanical repairs in the desert. I'll tell you all about it, but for right now, we are on our way to Schoolypalooza to meet up with the friends that I met at the WRTR. So here we go. Everybody's worst nightmare, getting stuck in the desert. Did I take a wrong turn? Hey, what should we do? Well, this is a turn up for the books. I'm stuck in the desert for 3 days with repairs, and now I'm stuck in the middle of nowhere in the sand. I hope I have cell reception out here. Okay, let's sort this out. Okay, so I am well and truly stuck. Luckily, I did try and get myself out. I put one of my floor mats under my back tire after scooping some of the sand out, but it just buckled up underneath me. It's really, really soft sand here. And here's what happened. So I'll turn you around. I am on the wrong side of this hill. On the other side is the road I'm supposed to be on, and instead, I'm here. I saw tire tracks. What happened, how I ended up getting on the wrong side of that hill, is that when I turned onto the road, there was a big tow truck picking up a broken down RV. And I didn't realize that the road sort of veered off in two directions. And so I didn't even realize there was a road beyond them. So I assumed this was the road. I saw tire tracks and I followed it around. So not to worry, I'm not worried. I have roadside service. I have RV Plus if nobody can get me out. But I have cell service, and I contacted my friends at the Schoolypalooza, and they are contacting the Off-Road Association and the ATV Association, who love to come out and rescue people apparently, and often bring beer and pizza, and it's a party. So I'm just going to wait and see what happens. If they can't get hold of anyone, I'm going to call a tow truck. I am very close to a very rough road, but a solid road. And so Charlie and I are just going to chill and until we figure out what's going to happen. So another adventure. 3 days stuck in the desert having mechanical repairs. Finally have my freedom. And now we're stuck here. So it's an adventure. Well, apparently our rescuers are on the way. 2 guys are coming out to try and pull us out of the sand. So we should make it to Schoolypalooza maybe even before it gets dark. Right, Charlie? Right, Charlie? What do you think? I think we're going to be just fine. One of my saviors.
Let's have you try to back up 2 feet.
Very slowly, right?
Yeah, I want to just get you on.
They've let a little bit of air out of my tire now that we've got Luna started, and we're just slowly backing it up onto those orange boards you saw under the tires. But I think we're going to have to sort of place them over and over and over. So we'll see. We're making our way backwards about 3 feet at a time as they keep changing boards. Yeah? Okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, a little more, about another 1.5 feet. Keep coming. And stop.
We're getting there. That's how far we've come. Woohoo! We are free! Oh my God, we're free! Just at sunset. Those guys are my heroes. Oh, what a relief! What a relief. Just to sum up what happened over those few days, I was very blessed to find a mobile mechanic who would come out into the desert to work on Luna for me, and he replaced the thermostat and he replaced the radiator. We found that there was an air intake hose missing that should have gone into where my computer system was, but it wasn't there. It had never been installed. So everything was getting too hot under there, so he made a temporary heat shield for that, but at some point in time I need to see about having that properly fixed. He wasn't able to get what he needed. It's a little bit difficult when you're working out in a desert to do certain things. So but he did get Luna running, and I was able to go several places, and she started and stopped just fine. So we thought we had resolved everything. This is before the radiator went in. On the day when I picked up the radiator and came back and found out it was the wrong one, I was almost at the point of tears. I'm usually pretty calm about things, but I was almost on the point of tears and very stressed out. I thought, oh my God, I need to take a tranquilizer. I'm going to have a panic attack. And I was driving back to Blythe with the radiator that was wrong and feeling almost ill from being so stressed and upset. And I said to myself, okay, that's enough. Stop. There's no point in doing this. This will all get resolved. You're tired. It's costing a lot of money. He was very reasonable in his prices, and I actually, for any parts that we bought, including the radiator, he gets a military discount, which he passed on to me. So I was really happy about that. I was happy and blessed that I'd found him. So I just calmed myself down. I thought, this is what it is. And as it turned out, because I got to Blythe and had to wait hours and hours before the new radiator was going to arrive, I found a Starbucks and was able to, mind you, it didn't happen until 9:30 that evening, but I was able to get the video uploaded, the last video. No, not the last video, the one before this one. So, so I just calmed down. I thought there's no point in making yourself unwell about that kind of stuff. Just deal with it. It'll get resolved. Yes, it's going to cost a bit. Might take me a while to pay that off, but, we'll be okay. So, and then, finally, after being able to leave the desert, feeling I was free once again, as you saw, Google Maps took me down the wrong path. I had put the coordinates on Google Maps for the Schoolie Palooza. And it had taken me, I would have got there eventually if I had been on an ATV or an off-road motorbike. It took me on an ATV area instead of on a road. And so I contacted my friends who I had met at the WRTR. Some of them were at Schoolie Palooza. Right away, they sent out messages to Schoolie Palooza and to one man that they had met the day before and had only known for 4 hours. And he, Tim, and another fellow, Jay, came out to get me out. I've said it before and I'm going to say it again. The nomad community is amazing. It really is. If you're in trouble, people are going to help if they possibly can. And it took them a while. We had to lay those traction boards over and over again, but they got me out. And we arrived at Schoolie Palooza after dark, and my friends were all waiting outside, waving as Charlie and I pulled in, and ended the night having a quiet chat around the campfire. I was pretty exhausted when I went to bed that night, but feeling so happy that I had met this group of women and that these two wonderful guys, Tim and Jay, who I had wanted to thank in some way, but I never saw them again. So we were stranded in the desert, but we got rescued. Oh, and one more thing. If I had not had cell service, what I ended up doing was because I did have cell service, I was able to drop a pin on Google Maps to where I was, and that sent my coordinates to my friends. And if I had not had cell service, I had something called a Garmin Mini, and what that is a satellite communicator. And if I was stranded without cell reception or without Wi-Fi, I could send out an emergency SOS, and it would send my coordinates to the nearest emergency service center, and somebody would come out and rescue me. So they're not cheap, and there is a monthly cost to them. Sorry, I don't have all that information on me right now, but it's a Garmin, Garmin Mini, Garmin Mini, and so I would have been fine. I would have been fine, but it was just another adventure. There have been some good ones and some bad ones, but it's all part of the experience I'm having, and so I'm just embracing it, whatever happens. As I always say to you, wherever you are in the world, have a lovely, lovely, lovely day, and we'll say bye-bye for now.